Hey, everybody, welcome to our weekly podcast. And this week, we are very happy to have Deepak Kumar from Doc-E.ai coming and share with us his product that is kind of optimized for DevRel. So, as DevRel, between me and Aaron, we are just so excited wanting to learn more about Deepak and how he's utilizing AI and Gen AI to implement that solution. So, welcome, Deepak.
Thank you guys. So glad to be here.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on the show. Yeah. So Mary and I originally got to talking about having you on after I think you, Patrick, and I had been on a meeting together about the bot that you wrote that's in our Discord channel. So yeah, that's kind of what drove this whole thing.
That's right. Yes, yeah, very much so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I have been in software industry now for almost 22, 23 years.
Mhm.
And one of the things that I really got surprised with is the amount of work developer relations team have to do, and so much of work which is like context switching. I mean, think of a developer advocate. They answer your questions. They create all kind of content targeted towards
For sure.
education,
Yeah,
right?
that's
And
right.
then they at the end of the month they need to come up with some advocacy what developers are looking for.
Yep.
And on top of that, what they're really expected to do is build relationship with the developer community.
That's right.
And what I realized is they do so much of legwork, so much of context switching,
Yes.
that they don't get time to sleep. They don't get time to relax. And
You're right.
right. So in my last company, which was more focused on email phishing and security, I tried to build a small DevRel program.
Yep.
And as a founder, I tried to do it myself with
Yeah.
help of a marketing guy.
Yeah.
But it was hard. It was really hard.
Yes.
And that's when I realized that something needs to be done. We should try and take some of the mundane work, leg work, heavy duty work, such that they get to focus on more strategic things.
Yeah.
And it's with that experience that I thought of a world
Yep.
where a developer should not be held hostage to reading documents.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yes.
A world where companies don't have to pay documentation tax.
Oh, yeah.
What I mean by that is companies today, as they build more and more product,
Yeah.
they write more and more documents. And
Yeah.
developers that need to read more and more documents.
Yeah.
Like to reach one paragraph of information that I'm looking for, I need to go read like 50, 60 pages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
the whole idea, right? So the whole idea is how do we get that exact nugget of information, just as if you could draw an image with DAL-E, you should be able to get the technical documentation, the exact nugget
Yeah.
with Doc-E.
Ah, got it.
And that's how I got started on this journey.
Oh,
And then along the way, we have built bots which are very, very purpose built for DevRel teams
okay.
to grow adoption.
Yeah. Very cool. Very,
Yeah,
very.
I like ours, and that we have in our Discord server where folks can ask questions, and it'll come back with some really good information, actually. Like somebody just asked, oh yeah, if we have, what was it? Is it beneficial to move to AWS key spaces? What are the pros and cons? And you listed all those out. I mean, that's really good. And the thing is there are a lot of people asking that question. There's a lot of folks out there like, oh, hey, there's this key spaces thing. It's supposed to be Cassandra. Is it really Cassandra? Does it really, and that's really great that it was able to draw on that and, give back a good response.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
That is
In
very.
fact, Yeah. So in fact, one of the biggest challenges that we faced while building Doc-E was that LLMs hallucinate.
Mm,
Oh, right.
yes,
And,
yes.
and hallucination is not really a defect, it's a
Mm,
feature.
yes,
It's
you're
it's
right.
like your ability to say the same sentence or express the same idea in different sentences,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
Just that for technical audience, many a times that could be incorrect,
yeah,
right?
totally.
So for technical questions, what we had to do on top of LLMs is build this layer of expert feedback.
Oh,
And what we have done essentially is we are using AI as an assistant.
oh,
That means let AI go and write the first draft of
mm,
an answer
yep.
and then give space to support or subject matter experts to go and edit,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yep,
And as you can understand, you have to do it only once,
yep,
but subsequent times we just get the right knowledge. So
yeah.
thanks to Patrick and Aaron and other experts of the data stacks community who
Hmm.
have adopted Docky as a member of their team,
Yep,
just as you hire a new person and teach them and train them and help them, give them small tasks,
yep,
observe and give them appreciation that hey, you did a good job,
yeah,
right?
that's right.
Just work with Docky,
Yeah.
and after let's say 25 questions, you will see it act as if it's there as a team member,
Oh,
answering all questions for you.
that's very cool. Yeah, that's really, really great idea. Yeah, the approach. Yeah, for me, actually, I'm a bit newer. Yeah, just recently joined the team, so I'm also learning about this. So, this is very interesting in terms of the history, yeah, behind how Daki got introduced to our Discord community. So, yeah, that's great. Very good. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when we started this, it's like a slippery slope. So first,
Right.
we just started answering questions,
Mm-hmm.
but then it's the power of generative AI,
Mm-hmm.
where we not only answer questions, but we also started uncovering the developer pain points
Mm-hmm.
as to why are developers asking these questions again and again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that took us in a very interesting space
Yeah.
where I think we are yet to have a lot of tools to help advocates,
Yeah.
is to uncover the voice of the community.
Mm.
What is it that users are struggling with?
Yeah. That's right.
And what we were able to accomplish is, after seeing let's say hundreds or thousands of questions over different channels like let's say Discord, Stack Overflow, Discord, or Slack,
Mm-hmm.
come up with a report and say, hey, here are the top 5 pain points your developers are struggling with.
Mm.
And here is how you can fix it. You can go create a content that exactly addresses the pain point,
Yeah.
or you can go create a better UX,
Mm.
because your UX is something which is like the biggest barrier to adoption.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
essentially, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Support leads to advocacy.
Yeah.
And once we precisely know where our developers are struggling, we can precisely create content to address those gaps.
Mm-hmm.
And just as one thing leads to another, finally it chanced upon us that this whole developer relations task is around educating users, is
Mm.
letting the world know that hey, here is a new way of solving this problem.
Yeah.
And what I have observed again and again, as a developer, the better I comprehend a technology, the more I use it, the
Yeah.
better I use it,
Totally.
right? Because in past, if I have not understood anything and just started using it, after a week, I dropped it.
Yep.
I stopped using it, right? So for companies, the most important thing is to ensure engineers out there in the world, which right now number, I guess, 25 million developers out there,
Yeah.
all you got to do is just educate them, just teach them. Tell them that, hey, here is how you solve a problem using my tool. And then you decide,
Yes, sir.
right? The better you can educate with all the content and support,
Yeah,
the more ardent supporter they become of your technology. And then they go and advertise, they go and tell everyone, hey, use this, this is how this works, and I'm loving it,
that's right.
right? And this is what we call as operating a flywheel, which is go answer support questions, figure out the top 5 pain points, fix those pain points, and then as developers use your product more, they come up with new pain points and you again fix them.
Yes.
And as you go on doing that, you have all the developers, all the attention you need to grow your business.
Yeah, yeah, very, very true. Yeah, that is very, yeah, very interesting concepts that can be put into real use and really benefiting, yeah, the this whole developer community, helping us DevRel out. Yeah, like you said, yeah, less of a context switching on our side too. We're having a tool that is sophisticated. Yeah.
By the way, one of the concerns I had heard from few members is that they felt, would a tool like Doc-E make developer advocates redundant? And my firm belief, after operating this for more than a year now, is that no,
Mhm.
this tool needs experts.
Mm.
It needs people who really understand the technology such that they help Doc-E become smarter.
Mm.
Okay, so this tool needs to be operated by an expert.
Mm.
A, B, we need relationship. The ultimate goal is to build relationship.
Sure.
Tool is only helping you answer questions, but it's task of the advocate or evangelist to
Sure.
build that relationship with developers
That's right.
and take help of Docky to really scale, to
Sure.
really have millions of developers in your community and
Yes.
help them as if you're answering them one to one.
Mm. Yeah. Totally, totally. I agree. I think, yeah, I totally agree. I think DevRel, especially, we're there to build up the trust too. As you said, maybe we take away some of the more mechanical side of things that, it just takes up our time to do context switching. And so less of a context switching, we can actually focus more on building up the trust and the relationship with the developer communities. So yeah, I like that. So very cool. Yeah. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah. So, if you don't mind me asking too, just more curious, right? That I mean, obviously you're now leveraging on the modern AI way, Gen AI, to do this. But did you have any experiment in the past? Let's say prior to ChatGPT, did you have this idea and then work on this idea, perhaps using an older AI stack to do it? And was it even possible? Maybe, yeah. Just more curious.
Excellent, excellent question. So I have been practicing ML for last 12 years now.
Uh-huh.
And when I started, just getting anomaly detection work in a reliable manner was hard,
Mm.
right? In my
Yeah.
last startup, we were trying to solve email phishing problem,
Yeah.
and we had built something we called identity trust graph.
Oh, okay.
Building a graph and
Yeah.
then trying to figure out a relationship strength
Yeah.
at scale was really hard.
Ah. Okay.
So this kind of a solution is only and only possible with help of LLMs
Ah.
and the kind of generative capability they have created. We may complain that they hallucinate, but believe me, 2 years ago, if you would have seen the hallucination, you would have been so surprised that, oh, this doesn't work. It's like it was beyond repair.
Yeah.
But what's surprising is that if you can prompt, if you can
Mm.
craft the right statement
Yeah.
around the prompt,
Yeah.
you get an amazingly nice result, which exactly matches
Matches.
the kind of audience you're trying to address.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it's only now, it's only after GPT 3.5 that
Um,
something like this can be built.
yeah. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm curious, since you mentioned about graph, right? So I'm aware too of what used to be called semantic web or knowledge graph now. could that be used? I mean, from what, if you have tried even maybe leveraging on knowledge graph to help with lessening hallucination, for example, things like that? Or I'm just mostly curious right now from the bit of research I've done about knowledge graph. So,
Right. So in our current solution, we are using RAG,
oh,
Retrieval Augmented Generation.
mm,
But enterprise knowledge graph is a very strong contender.
okay.
It's just that today, for our use case,
Yeah.
uh, EKG takes longer. It's a
Oh,
little complicated, and you have to be more careful as
okay.
compared to retrieval augmented graph.
Okay.
So in our architecture, RAG plus this expert feedback layer that we have created uh, is helping us contain hallucination literally to zero, because
Okay.
in our workflow, we have human control at every point.
Oh.
And that's why with a tool like Doc-E, we need experts.
Mm,
It's just that earlier that expert would take, let's say, 30 minutes at
mm,
understanding the question, researching, and then drafting the answer.
yeah.
Now the expert is needed literally to review the answer and just click OK. That's it.
Okay. Got it.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, for us that is working, but we do keep an eye on enterprise knowledge graph.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So, yeah, and I think those are the questions and a great overview that you have given us, Deepak. And how about Aaron? You have more questions for Deepak?
Deepak, for the LLM behind the bot, what did it? Oh, I'm trying to think of a good way to ask this. Yeah, for the LLM that's behind the bot, what went into building the embeddings that you use for it?
So today we are using OpenAI embeddings,
Oh, okay,
and
okay,
what we have found in our experiments, at this point in time, they are the best. They
Oh,
are able to capture all the nuances of a technical question, which includes normal English text plus the code snippet of the most popular languages, plus all the settings and different configuration files that you have. So far we are happy with them, but again over there we are always on lookout, because as different companies create their own query languages, I am afraid at some point in time they may fail,
oh,
right? So
right,
that's another
right.
area of research that I'm sure in coming days we'll hear more about.
oh,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. No, that is interesting. I was wondering. Yeah, yeah. Just because there are a lot of examples out there on how to build embeddings, using OpenAI's API. But yeah, that's interesting that you're using it. That's pretty
yeah,
cool, and that you think that you're saying it's the best one out there. That's the even more amazing thing is that yeah, I would think most folks would look for something that could run locally or run in house. But yeah, um, that I suppose why reinvent the wheel when OpenAI is kind of leading the way on that. Absolutely, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So I think we should be all good in here, and for today. But before we end, we always wanted to share too is basically our Astra at DataStax. We have our Astra database with vector search,
Mm-hmm.
vector DB capabilities. So I'm just gonna now it covers a bit of errands, but that's the QR code. So reminding folks, we have this, you can register and use our Astra vector search database. So, and also we're giving, I think we're having the $25 free credit every
That's right.
month.
That's right.
Right? Yes. And yeah, nothing's changed. Just want to make sure. And yeah, so, and then it gets renewed every month. Again, you get $300 per year. And we're willing to negotiate too. If you have more projects to do, we can help you out. So, yeah. Okay, cool.
All right. Well, hey, Deepak, this has been great. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Bye.
All
Okay,
right.
great. And nice
Bye-bye.
meeting you. Yeah, okay. Take
Take
care.
care.
Bye bye.